Hi, welcome to Play It Loud. I recently posted a video off the beaten track, and I'm looking at ways to get things across that are entertaining and perhaps informative. And I believe that there are lots of really good music out there that's hidden in plain sight. Unlike off the beaten track, these are tracks that really should be, if they're not already, on greatest hits albums and the like, but are perhaps not being played on pop radio, rock radio, greatest hits, capital. I don't know. Personally, I'm a boom radio listener, and some of these tracks don't appear on them very often either. So let's start. This got interesting, so stay with me towards the end. I found something that surprised me, might surprise you too, and if you're interested, please subscribe. Please maybe ask your friends to. It's nice to know that people are watching. It's nice to know that it's worthwhile doing this. Bear with me. Okay, I'd like to start with Tom Petty. A couple of albums. I regret not seeing Tom Petty. Could have seen him in Hyde Park, I think the year before he died, and I didn't. Tickets were expensive, it's open air, it could have rained. It's a big pity. The tracks I want to bring to your attention are The Best of Everything and My Life, Your World. The Best of Everything, I think, is on this album, and Southern Accents is a fabulous album. It's really, really good. But if you're not a big Tom Petty fan, go to the greatest hits. I think you'll find it on there. It gets put out, but it gets missed, and I think that's a great shame. Okay, My Life, Your World. Not by any means the best known Tom Petty album. And that's a pity, because Let Me Up, I've Had Enough is probably my second favourite Tom Petty album. But please, go to those two tracks and give them a listen. They're very good. They are up there with the best that Tom Petty's ever done, and they got a lot of really strong competition. So give it a whirl. Right, moving on. You surely must know this. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Green River album. And there's been umpteen greatest hits albums, represses, CDs, going back cassettes. There's been an awful lot of CCR music. But something that seems to get missed is a track called Wrote a Song for Everyone. I know Tom Fogerty, who wrote it, is keen on it because he's put it on a solo album, solo double album that he did with other singers, and I'm fairly confident that it was a single. But it gets ignored, it gets missed, it gets put into the sidelines, and I think it's a pity. So, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Wrote a Song for Everyone. Give it a listen. Where are we up to? I know that there was another one here, and therein lies the problem. Okay, let's start with the one that is here. Okay, Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street, very well known, fabulous album. Quick story, because these days, I don't know, last 10, 15, maybe 30 years, generally accepted as being one of, if not the best Rolling Stones album. I remember buying it when it came out, and it was castigated in the press. The music press didn't like it at all. Oh, sprawling, no singles on it. They've lost the plot, they're out of form, they can't do it anymore. I don't know. You can probably go back on Google. I haven't tried to, but it wasn't well received. And that's a pity because, of course, it's a great album. And the track that I want to bring to your attention is Sweet Virginia. Not a single, not something that's been a great standout, not something I think I've ever heard on the radio. Might be because of the lyrics, though they're not that bad. The Stones have done much worse. Listen to Sweet Virginia on Exile on Main Street. You know what I'm going to say. It's very, very good. And now we come to the bit that really surprised me. I'm looking for a Rolling Stones #1 single from the 60s. I remember buying it, and I'm thinking, it doesn't get played a lot, but it's got to be around, hasn't it? It's got to be easy to find. So I had a look. Big Hits, High Tide, Green Grass. One of their first hits albums. Got a lot of their stuff on it. Hasn't got what I'm looking for. That's okay. Must be on the next one. Where's the next one? Here we go. Through the Past Darkly. Big Hits Volume 2. A little later, Honky Tonk Woman, Jumpin' Jack Flash, Paint It Black, She's a Rainbow. Late 60s, early 70s, but it's not on there either. Oh well, it's got to be on one of the later ones, hasn't it? It's got to be on something that's come out a little more recently. And as you might imagine, with so many Stones hits compilations, I've only got so many. I like this one, Honk. It's got an awful lot of really good stuff. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 3 albums. This goes right back to the beginning. Not what I'm looking for. Beginning? No, 1970. Not the Decca area, which is what I'm looking for. So we go back to one with the Decca era. 40 Licks. I think this was the first compilation that had the Decca era along with the others. What have we got here? Yeah, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Jumpin' Jack Flash, The Last Time, 19th Nervous Breakdown, Under My Thumb, Not Fade Away. It's got a lot of really, really good singles, but it hasn't got what I'm looking for. And I'm going to say again, I'm looking for a #1 single. SACD. Hot Rots, is that what it was called? Yeah, Hot Rots, 1964 to 1971. Now, come on, it's got to be on there, surely. All those singles been in that time. Get Off My Cloud, Mother's Little Helper, Under My Thumb, Ruby Tuesday, Let's Spend the Night Together, Jumping Jack Flash. It's not on there either. And I'm going to say, again, a Rolling Stones #1 single. And I can't find it on any of their greatest hits. Now finally, I did. The Rolling Stones singles collection, The London Years. Every single and every B-side from the Decca years. I suppose it was inevitable that it would be there. And just for completion, this is difficult to get hold of and very, very expensive. I've got a download version. I can't pronounce it. Grr. It was a really good hits collection, which wasn't available for very long. I say it's fetching silly money now. But I found it on here. A completist. So what am I looking for? Little Red Rooster. Charlie Watts once said, and I know I read this, it's not hearsay, he thought back in those days it was the best thing they'd ever done. He said he was really proud of his drumming on Little Red Rooster. Brian Jones, generally credited as being the man who made that track what it was. It's the only blues single that's ever got to #1 in this country, and it was top 10 all over Europe. I don't think it was released in the States, but it's a Stones #1, and it's been buried. It doesn't appear on their greatest hits albums. If you want to hear it, you got to stream it, or you got to look really hard for it, and I find that odd. Yeah, why have the Rolling Stones and their companies buried Little Red Rooster? Okay, moving on to the last one, and the last one concerns these. Loving Spoonful. Loving Spoonful had lots of hits. Summer in the City is probably the best known. Daydream, best known these days. Daydream at the time was even bigger. They had, I don't know, 10, 15 singles, nearly all of whom charted. But they had 2 singles, which I'm particularly keen on, which never get played. Don't hear them on the radio. They've been effectively lost. So can I bring to your attention, please, Loving Spoonful, 2 tracks, Money and Darling Be Home Soon. Both singles, both charted, certainly charted in the USA. They charted over here, but okay, not top 20. Money, I think, is a minute and a half long, minute and 50 seconds, haven't checked it. Please, put it on your playlist. Go and have a listen to the Loving Spoonfuls, Money and Darling Be Home Soon, and play them loud. Thanks for listening. Be back.